Hello, everyone. It's my pleasure to be here with you today to share some experience in doing research in Korea. And I hope my talk will help you to improve your research and improve your uh, good life in Korea. And first of all, I would like to introduce myself as Thang Nguyen. I'm a PhD graduated from Korea, and I came to Korea in 2013 to do my master degrees in Hanbat National University, and then I finished my master degrees in 2015, and then I did my PhD in Korea Institute of Science and Technology from 2015 to 2020, and my research focused on the novel material for energy conversion for the high efficient conversion of energy and environmental remediation to improve the current uh, environment to have less pollution and have more skills in energy for the next generation. And I'm working at a researcher at Thang University in Ho Chi Minh City of Vietnam as a researcher. Yeah, and uh, totally I have around 7 years doing the research in Korea. So I hope can get some experience, and I would like to share you today. And I hope you enjoy and learn something about my experience. First of all, I think the most important is your research, and you have to focus and you have to contribute and have to pay your most attention to your research, how to develop your research, how to expand your topic, and how you get a high efficient in your research. If you can get good data, good research, you can have more paper and more awards, more prize. And those things really have you not the time, not only the time you spend in Korea, but also the time in the future when you leave Korea or finish research in Korea and going home or come to another country. Those things also beside you and always have you in the research career. Second thing is the culture. I would like to say about culture. That's not only the uh, Korean culture, but also working culture. First, in the Korean culture can be learned from the people outside and from your communication with Korean people. But I think the most efficient and the most uh, important thing to study culture is language. And by language, we can learn about the knowledge, about the history, about the society, about the behavior between Korean to another Korean, about Korean between Korean to a foreigner. So you can join many classes. There are many classes free, or you have to pay some small fee to study. But there are many Korean classes around you, and you just take a class and study hard study to get level in communication in language, and you can find very many good things and many perspective in language. And by the language, you can get more and more, and you understand about Korean culture. Second is working culture. Every lab, I know we have the different way to set the working time and different rules, but um, I think generally and it really good for us is working hard in the lab and about 10 or 12 hours a day. We can start at 9 a.m. and finish around 9 a.m. And I think you can have a lot of time for your research, and really it really good for you. And I didn't complain about the working time when I stay in Korea. And I think it's popular in Asia also. We are hardworking people, and I think it's normal. Yeah, nothing to complain about that. And the next thing I would like to share with you, that is the relationship. A good relationship with your boss, with your mentor, with your college, uh, with friends in the lab, with student, really useful for you. And we are running our society based on relationship between human being to another one. So in research, is also have a community. We have group, we have community, we have larger society. Yeah. So the good relationship is really helpful for you to do research, and also in the life outside between uh, person to person, and it's really useful for your future also. And the final thing I would like to share with you, that we need a good physical health, because if we have a good health, we can do research, we can study a lot. So in Korea, I found many equipments around us to have exercise, like in the park or around your house, around your rent room. I think a lot of equipment to have exercise. In case we have a room, a gym, yeah, a gym with many modern things to have exercise. And you can have another kind of doing exercise, such as cycling or swimming. I think Korean people really care about their health, and you can see a lot of people climb the mountain on weekend, and there are a lot of people on the peak, on the summit of a mountain. Yeah, so they love mountain, and they love climbing mountain, I think. And we can study that good thing, and yeah, and by and build a good, really good physical health. It not only for the time in Korea, but also later during your life in the earth actually. And then yeah, and I have some experience to share with you today, and I hope you enjoy it. And finally, I would like to wish you every success in your career, in your research, and uh, have a good health, and stay safe during this pandemic. And I think one day the pandemic will go over and we can meet person in person uh, in some days in the near future. And I'm really appreciate your attention and your listening to my talk today. And once again, thank you and goodbye.